Story. Tilda Midoriya Pav Tilda. No 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 no. Oh no, nope, no. Midoriya. I snapped my head up to meet Tagata smiling at me with Eri in his arms. Yes. Tagata walked up to Uraraka and me and smiled. Well, let's go check out your guy's new house. He then turned back to Eri whom he was still carrying and said, Eri, aren't you excited? Yeah. She responded, hugging Tagata even harder. Let's hope Eri doesn't accidentally hug him to death. Yeah. Let's go, I responded, and for the first time after remembering about how Uraraka, Eri and I were going to live together, I turned to face my new housemate. Uraraka seemed to flinch when I looked at her. Her face was painted red and she seemed to have a hard time focusing on what was going on. Nonetheless, when I looked at her, she still responded with her adorable Uraraka smile that made me started falling in love with her in the first place. Let's go, Deku. Eri, Tagata. She smiled and dashed ahead of us. Yeah. Tagata was the next to spirit off, now giving Eri a piggyback ride, as Eri pointed forwards to the direction that Aizawa had directed us to go, giggling with a smile on her face. It warmed my heart to see both of them playing around, although it still confused me as to why Uraraka's face was red. She let me hold her hand. I thought as I looking down at my hand and smiling at the warmth I felt. I want to hold her hand again. I blushed slightly and shook my head. I have to take care of Eri right now. I can't think of. I paused and looked up. Wait. I got left behind. I panicked as I could only see little shadows in the distance towards the direction of the new house. Shoot. That was my fault for getting distracted over. Uraraka, I said inside. Who? I turned behind me to be faced with Todoroki, Mina, Kirishima, and Yaoyorozu. Mina and Kirishima had a smirk on their face while Todoroki and Yaoyorozu were somewhat blushing behind them. Well, Mina questioned me even more. Well, what? I said, confused. You said Uraraka's name. Mina giggled and stepped back. Why? I froze and felt blood rush to my face. I got to go. I turned around quickly and ran to the house. Tilda Mina Pav Tilda. Well, that was no fun, I said with a sigh. It is so obvious that Midoriya likes Uraraka. Yup, and I happen to know that Uraraka loves Tilda Midoriya. I turned to face my boyfriend, Kirishima, who knew how much I loved playing matchmaker, which reminds me, Yaomomo. Todoroki. I faced the blushing pair with a grin. So would you care to enlighten me on why you two were holding hands looking so, Loveydovey? Mina, Yaomomo whispered as she blushed harder. I questioned again, stepping closer. Todoroki then stepped forward as Yaoyorozu hid behind him. He started at me straight in the eye and calmly spoke. Yaoyorozu and I just came back from a date. That being said, yes, we are a couple. Now if you excuse us, I want to spend more time with Momo. Promoted stories. You'll also like Grace and Love Blink X Mifa. 64.9K 778. Book 4 is out, remaster on AO3. Mifa and Link had been growing a strong relationship with each other before the calamity struck. Will the calamity be stopped and all? Faded friendship to blow. 217K12K. School teenage friends got separated by misunderstanding. After 7 years met by destiny again. What will happen when they will meet again? They were separated when they, Zukook one shot. 8.5K 133. 18 plus. If you're a sensitive person, don't read it. It's only for Zukook shoppers. Hashtag mission of rape, hashtag yandere behavior, hash abuse, hashtag force, hashtag no request, hashtag only innocent Suyu. Fox Clan VX male reader, smut. 26.2K 182. V is from the Fox Clan. And you're from the Oni Clan. Both of your clans were wiped out by a great evil. Even though the two of you are from rival clans, you make a truce. The sleepover Deku X Toga. 268K 2.9K. It's midnight at the UA dorms, everyone's asleep, except for Izuku Midoriya. Whilst everyone sleeps comfortably in their own rooms, Midoriya can't help but stay awake. The Kitten's Limit Remastered. 10.4K 124. On one particularly bad day, Gumball's limit is put to the ultimate test. With arguments, breakups, detentions and more pushing him to the brink of losing control, how. Tell me Namjoon FF check mark. 52.9K 1.4K and quad, who is she? And quad, she, is my daughter and quad, tilde 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 tilde, from the age of 16, Kim Yoonlee got nothing but criticizing looks and dirty words. All she wanted was, I grinned it felt my excitement spring up, yes, 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 Tadamomo is sailing. I stopped jumping up and down and smiled again, on a first name basis already huh. Todoroki's face flushed pink a little and within seconds grabbed Yaoyorozu's hand and dragged her towards the dorm. Yaoyorozu, on the other hand, was now, in fact, the shade of a peach, somehow matching her name, and seemed embarrassed. Mina, you shouldn't tease people like that. I turned and grabbed Kirishima's hand. I tease them because I want them to be happy. To be able to love someone, like how I love you, Kiri. He flushed red and looked away. Well, I guess that is alright after all. Todoroki was really manly when he protected Yaoyorozu, he said with his usual grin. Well, let's go to the dorms, it is getting late. Since when have you slept early? I paused and thought for a moment then grinned, since I get to cuddle with you at night. I grabbed his arm and hugged him. Mina, Ajiro, did you just say my first name? I froze and blushed. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Nope. I walked in front of him and headed to dorms. Ajiro Kirishima, Mina, Ashido, maybe I can be Mina Kirishima one day. I giggled to myself with that thought. Tilda Midoriya's pav tilde. I quickly ran and caught up with everyone. I hope Ashido isn't following me. Midoriya, what took you so long? You Uraraka, I well. Come on, Eri and Tagata are already waiting inside. Uraraka grabbed my arm and led me inside without looking back. Papa, Eri ran towards me and smiled. Papa. Grandpa is here already. Gee, Grandpa, I'm not that old. I know that voice. I looked up to see my role model since I was little, the person who was the number one hero for so long, All Might. Hi, Midoriya Shonen, I'm just here to check out the house. All Might is here just to check on the house. All Might, you don't need to lie. Tagata then punched him in the shoulder, beaming up at him. You just wanted to see Midoriya. I heard from Sir Night Eye all the things you said about Midoriya. Well, see you later. Tagata then turned towards Eri saying, I'll see you tomorrow then Eri, then we can go to the amusement park together. Amusement park? Yeah, I told Eri about all the fun rides and treats there while we were waiting for you and she wanted to go. Oh okay. Tagata left with a hop in his step. Mama. Yes, Eri, can you hold me, I'm getting sleepy. Uraraka lifted Eri up and turned towards us. Midoriya Shonen, what I want to say was good luck. I hope you and your new family are happy. ... Why does this sound like I just got married? Suddenly I felt my palms sweat up and I chuckled nervously. What are you think, Midoriya? You barely held her hand. Wait. Did you imply that you imagined marrying Uraraka? Why am I arguing with myself? Deku, why are you red? I turned slowly and saw Uraraka holding a sleepy Eri in her arms. Cute. No reason. All Might walked past me and towards the door, stopped and smiled. Son, make me happy. And then he walked out, closing the door behind him. What is that supposed to mean? Deku. Yes, I said quickly. That was embarrassing. I am going to put Eri in her bed but Deku, there's a slight problem with the house. Oh, what is it? Just look around and see for yourself. Uraraka walked into the hallway, not before turning right, which I assume is Eri's new room. See for myself. After a while of searching, I found the problem. In the house were a kitchen, a living room, a laundry room, 2 bathrooms, a dining room, and 2 bedrooms. One bedroom being Eri and the other one being Uraraka's and mine. The problem was in the bedroom there wasn't 2 separate beds like you would expect. There in the center of the room was a master bed waiting to be slept on. Am I supposed to sleep on the same bed with Uraraka? Deku. I quickly turned and flushed red, marching with the color of Uraraka's own face. She looks down on the floor looking all embarrassed. Tilda Uraraka pav tilde. You saw the problem right. I said, Uraraka, if you want I could sleep in the living room. Then you could take the bed. I looked up and smiled. Deku's face was red and to me quite honestly then accented his tiny freckles well. He looked so cute and adorable. And before I knew it my feeling took over and I reached of grabbing his hand and intertwining our finger. He looked at me with a little bit of shock and gulped. He's nervous, cute. It's okay Deku, I don't mind. I love him. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank, underscore underscore I know, corny, and cheesy. Sorry if this chapter kind of sucks, I am right this half asleep. Also just realized that the shopping bags disappeared so let us just assume that your author used her writing quick to make them somehow appeared on the dining room table, K. No circle all but upper left quadrant filled wa circle all but upper left quadrant filled, no asterisk. I just wanted to get a chapter R, sorry. Gosh now I sound like May. I'll try to write the next chapter as soon as possible. Stay healthy everyone. Also thank you for the comments, it makes me very happy to read them. Also yes, Koda is going to appear in the story as Eri's love interest but more like they are gonna get teased about it. Yay, oh.